Hello guys! Today I'm making a vlog again after a very long time with regards with local travel nursing. So until now there are many people who are asking me what is that all about, or is it worth it to be a travel nurse? Even when I was working on the hospital right now where I got a contract, many travel nurses were asking me if where did I came from. So I told them na parang technically I don't consider myself as a travel nurse because I only travel 8 minutes away from home. So that is what local travel nursing is. If travel nurse ka, you have to travel to other state or other places away from your home. But in local travel nursing, you can still travel even if it's within your vicinity, within your place, within your city. So if you travel less than 50 miles away from your facility or hospital, you are considered as local travel nurse. So many are asking me if it's worth it. Well, yes, definitely, because my hourly pay as a local travel nurse is like let's say 2 times more than a staff or regular nurse. The difference of being a travel nurse na talagang nagta-travel ka 50 miles away is you get the stipend. The stipend is you get the allowance, the lodging fee na ibibigay sa'yo. It is untaxed. So, ang magiging tax lang sa'yo is yung hourly rate mo. So, it's separate. If you're a travel nurse, you get a stipend and your hourly rate. So, the hourly rate is taxed while the stipend and lodging fee is untaxed. So, many took the risk and preferred this option because you earn more. Technically, you earn more. But the odd is you have to duplicate your expenses. That stipend amount, you have to spend it to your lodging talaga. You have to prove na talagang nag-lodge ka and ginamit mo siya because you're away from home. So you have to duplicate your expenses. I haven't tried any other travel contract na hindi local. It's because I prefer to go home and sleep on my own bed. Even I don't get the stipend, it's still big enough naman than being a staff nurse. The hourly rate is still big enough naman somehow. So, for example, I'll give an example for the bracket. So, sometimes they offer like 2,900 or to 3,000 weekly for 36 hours a week for the travel nurses if you travel 50 miles away from your home. Hence, you can still get, like, for me, on my case, like a local travel nurse, I can still get 2,700 a week. It's just an example. This is not the exact pay that I'm getting right now. So, for example, as a travel nurse, you can earn like 2,900 a week. While if you're a local travel nurse, you earn like 2,700 a week. So, konti lang yung difference, and you don't need to travel like 50 miles is like 1 hour away. 1 hour drive. So, when you say 1 hour drive, it's straight driving talaga. Unlike sa Philippines, pag sinabi mong 1 hour, counted pa dun yung traffic, counted pa dun yung mga hindi katulad dito na talagang puro highway lang na dire-diretso. So, 1 hour non-stop driving yun. when you say 50 miles. So, it's not practical that you travel every day kung gusto mong i-save yung stipend money mo. You need to really stay on a hotel or Airbnb or stay kung saan yung hospital mo, which is 50 miles away from your home. So to me, until I got local contracts, I'm still fixed ako dun sa local travel. For me, much feasible yung local travel nurse. Having a small kids, like we don't have much help here. Kami lang nung husband ko yung nagtutulungan. So, if he works, ako naman yung nag-stay sa house and vice versa. So, it's not feasible that I can stay longer on other places away. Saka for me, parang hindi worth it for me on my case. Pero siguro kung if in case I have more help, like meron kaming gamay namin yung mga childcare here in US, why not? Pero until young pa yung mga kids ko, I will still stay local travel nurse hanggat meron pa akong nakukuhang contract. So honestly, I'm still eyeing on mga 50 miles away naman, like away from my own city, from like I'm from Cincinnati, so if I travel to Columbus, it's almost 50 miles away na from my place. But I need to stay there talaga. Meron namang mga options na binibigay. Like, I talked to my other co-travelers sa hospital. Like, ang ginagawa nila is they work 6 days straight. Tapos, they will have like 8 days off. Saka sila uuwi, babalik sila dun sa kanilang city. Sabi nila sa akin, mahirap nga, they miss their family, and then wala nga silang kakilala masyado here in other cities. So, very challenging daw for them. Thankfully, the contract that we have on this agency is 8 weeks lang. So, yun, kahit paano, if yung contract na nakuha mo ay hindi masyadong maganda, you can still get out of the contract earlier kasi 8 weeks contract lang siya. When you say 8 weeks, almost 2 months lang siya. On my current contract, I stayed 3 contracts. So, almost naka 6 months na rin naman akong nagstay dito sa current contract ko as a local travel nurse, which is 8 minutes drive away lang from here. Isa pang question sa akin is kung mahirap bang maging travel nurse. For me, hindi ko mag-gauge. Masyado kasing broad yung meaning nung mahirap eh. So, kahit naman nung naging staff naman ako dito, may mga mahihirap din namang part. So here, may mahihirap ding part. Like for example, I'll give a scenario on my current contract. Actually, I signed for a PCU step-down contract. But then, ito pa, yung mga recruiters and yung mga agencies, sometimes they will clickbait you. Like I signed for a PCU step-down unit, although the rate is still the same kung ano in-offer sa akin as a PCU nurse, same din naman. But when I went to the hospital na itself, I was on the floor. I was on a neuro floor. So, immediately when I went there, I contacted my recruiter. Sabi ko, this is not a PCU, this is not a step-down unit. This is a neuro floor. Neuro ortho floor. Which is my expertise naman. I actually like neuro. Minus the ortho. I don't have any ortho experience. And knowing ortho cases, masyadong iba yung demands and mobility, pain medication every now and then, post-op patients, iba talaga yung demands ng ortho patients. Everyone knows that and everyone don't like it. So, it was challenging. On a mahirap aspect, mahirap siya in a way that walang PCA, walang tech on my floor. And then, on my first contract, kasi it's my third contract na on the same hospital. On my first contract, siguro twice lang ako nagstay sa aking floor. So, I get floated everywhere. I get floated to step down. I get floated to ICU, to the observation unit. Everywhere, you can get floated. Which is, na-realize ko, wala rin naman palang PCA everywhere. So, I learned to like the floor na since neuro naman nga siya. And then, I like the people there on my own experience kasi they were very welcoming and helpful to the travel nurses. They don't treat travel nurses different from them. Yun yung medyo na-appreciate ko doon. That's why I extended there for almost half a year na din. From my previous contract, doon hindi masyadong warm yung mga people. Although meron naman ako mga naging friends, like PCAs there, naging friends ko up to now, friends ko pa din sila. I just learned na lang na you have to just work na lang. Nothing personal, just work. Sometimes hindi mo naman na rin ulit makikita yung mga people that could be mean to you or that could not be warm to you. Like, I learned to just work and let go of the day. There's another day ahead. So, ayun. Kung in terms of the people, hindi na kasi masyado nagmamatter sa akin yun. Although, hindi ko naman kasi na-experience yung mga hostile environment talaga. Na-experience ko yun nung unang dating ko dito as an agency nurse, fresh from the Philippines. Pero, yung as a travel nurse na hostile environment, wala pa naman kasi akong na-experience noon. Although, nababasa ko sa mga groups na parang like, they say na stay away from a certain hospital or facility kasi hostile yung environment. They are not very kind or nice sa travelers. Thankfully, hindi ko pa naman na-experience yun. Saka, I have extensive research talaga bago ako mag-sign ng contract. Usually, hindi talaga nagmamatter sa akin kung mas malaki ba yung makukuha ko or mas malaki yung kikitain ko. Minsan iniisip ko muna kung medyo magiging, kung matatagalan ko tong hospital na to, maganda yung mga feedback, maganda yung experiences ng mga travel nurses doon. Kasi sa Facebook, meron namang mga groups of travelers doon. Like facilities cancellation database wherein they share their own experiences dito sa hospital na ito. So sometimes you can search there kung feasible ba mag-work or worth it bang mag-work here. Kasi talagang sugal talaga. Sabi nga nila, yung sabi ng mga friends ko, parang ang lakas nga daw ng loob ko. Parang malakas na loob nga lang daw yung pagta-travel nurse. Pero for me kasi, when I came here in the US, parang yun, unang dating mo pa lang dito, you are considered as, mangangapa ka na, in everything. Like, iba yung culture, makukulture shock ka, and everywhere. So, nandun naman na kasi yun when you step here in the US. So, every time you go to a different hospital, so meron namang mga culture shock talaga. So, yun yung advice ko. Siguro, be ready for it. Don't expect like a everyone will be warm to you. Like, hindi naman yun yung pinunta mo eh. Work yung pinunta mo dun eh. Hindi naman to make friends, to make a community. You're there to work, to earn, to sustain to your family. So, yun naman yung pinunta mo doon. Nakakatakot. ako kasi I don't care if magalit sa akin. Basta I ask. I still ask. I ask for help. I don't care kung sasabihin nila sa akin na travel nurse ka, you should know everything. Sometimes, justify ko pa rin yun na I don't, it doesn't mean that I know everything as a travel nurse. I still don't know kasi each hospital have a different protocol naman. So, you can justify that na you still need to ask because you're not familiar with their own hospital protocol. So, yun nga, minsan, less emotion talaga. Isipin mo na lang, 12 hours ka lang naman doon. It's better to ask than get wrong. So, yun lang, magtanong. Marami namang option. Kung hindi naman okay yung charge, for example, pero I never experienced it. Kung hindi okay yung charge matanungan, there are more people you can ask. Like the last time I met this travel nurse from Columbus. So, I saw her asking the charge nurse to help her out kasi hindi niya alam kung saan dadalhin yung pasyente. Hindi niya alam saan yung MRI, kung saan niya dadalhin yung pasyente. So, the charge nurse that time was also a hack or siya yung nagmo-monitor ng mga patients. Charge nurse na siya, hack pa siya. So, she can't get out of that place. She needs to monitor the patients at the same time charge siya. So, dalawa yung task na ginagawa niya. So, this traveler, gulong-gulo siya sa buhay niya, paano niya dadalhin yung pasyente sa MRI. So, as a traveler myself, na na-experience ko rin yan na hindi ko alam sa ako dadalhin ng pasyente. Nasa ng pharmacy, kailangan kong i-pick up yung medication ng pasyente. Nasaan ang CT scan, nasaan ang X-ray, hindi ko alam yan. Kasi here nga in US, especially at nights, we don't have much help. Walang transporter at night. So, we also transport our patient. On my previous job pa nga, yung ED, hindi nila ihahatid sa yun. Kukunin mo yung patient sa ED. So, if you have like 3 admission in 12-hour shift, kukunin mo yon via stretcher or via wheelchair. So, here naman sa current inahatid naman yung mga ED patients. Yun nga lang, if we have a stat CT scan, we have a stat MRI, we have to bring our patients there by ourselves dahil wala nang transporter that time. Yung transporter, nandyan lang sila during day shift. Luckily, minsan nag-i-stay pa sila until 2 o'clock in the morning. Pero very rare yun. So, yun nga, going back to this traveler na hindi niya alam kung saan dadalhin. So, as a traveler myself, I help her out. Kasi, yun, that's what I mean. If hindi ka makakuha ng help from other people, there are still other people that are willing to help you out. So, alam mo yun, may awa ang Diyos. You have to trust na there is always a way for you. Hindi naman ganun kasaklap ang buhay. There is always a way. At hindi naman din kailangan ng lakas ng loob. Minsan, kailangan mo lang din talagang ask help. Yun. Talagang di mawawala yun. Saka, it doesn't make you stupid if you ask for help. Kasi minsan yung ego mo na, baka tablahin ako or baka isipin nila travel nurse nga ako tapos nagtatanong pa ako. It doesn't make you feel stupid. It will make you more stupid if you don't ask. So, you have to ask as much as possible. Kasi, hindi naman lang papel yung tinatrabaho mo, buhay ng tao yun eh. So, you have to ask, you have to verify na tama yung ginagawa mo. So, yun lang naman. About local travel nurse, na-discuss ko naman yun, yung kung is it worth it for me. It's worth it. I was able to spend more time with my family. Before, if you follow my blog, I really work hard. Like, the worst that I did talaga is I work 6 days in a week para lang ma-compensate yung mga gastusin dito sa Amerika, mga expenses. As a starter, talagang I work hard for it para makapag-stock up ako ng mga emergency funds sa amin. Ma-make sure ko na may bahay kami, ma-make sure ko na sufficient enough yung living namin here. Kasi it's hard to live in a foreign country na wala ka naman masyadong help. Like, hindi ka tulad sa Pilipinas. Di ba, kung wala kang toyo, andyan, kapitbahay mo or anything. Dito wala. You have to sustain yourself. You have to stock up as much as possible. Kasi you don't get much help. Even naman sa hospital, as a nurse, you don't get much help. Pero, still, you have to ask nga if nasa hospital ka. What else pa ba? So, yun nga, I work 6 days a week before, but right now, I only work within the contract. Like, 3 times a week lang talaga yung contract namin. So, I only work for that specific days lang. I don't work more often na. Before, I worked another job, PRN job, but I get burnt out already kasi kailangan ko ring ma-attain or kailangan ko ma-meet yung kanilang requirements. Like, I need to be there for like 3 or 4, I forgot, 3-4 shifts in 6 weeks. So, syempre, minsan, nag-work din yung husband ko. So, minsan, parang mag-i-straight 4 days na ako. As a travel nurse, medyo mabigat-bigat na nga rin. Like I told you, wala kaming PCA. So, medyo maraming lifting, maraming assistance, assisting to the bathroom, ganyan. Madami. Hindi katulad nung may PCA ka na you have a help, may nag-vital signs. Here, you have to do everything on your own. So, yun lang naman. Hindi na rin ako nag-PRN job. Parang eventually nag-downgrade na ako nag-downgrade na ako ng job ko dito. Kung ano na lang yung full-time talaga. Kasi kumbaga before, may full-time, nag-OT pa ako, may PRN pa ako. To me, right now, it's not sufficient anymore. Being a local travel nurse is already enough to me. Like I'll be honest, you earn twice as a staff nurse na for every hour, and talagang you earn more na. Kumbaga, yung tinatrabaho ko na 6 days before, nakukuha ko na siya in 3 days. So, there is no sense to work more than or beyond that anymore dahil na rin sa tax. If you work hard, if you work more nga here, if you earn more, you get taxed more as well. Before, nilalaban ko siya kasi hindi naman ganun kalaki yung nakukuha ko eh. Pero here, if I work more than 3 days and I'll earn more, like for example, ang OT dito. For example, this is not my rate. For example, the OT here is 150 na per hour. If you earn like that na on your OT, it's too much already. Mapupunta lang siya sa tax mo. So, it's not worth it. Pagod ka na, napunta pa sa tax lahat. Before, ginagawa ko yun kasi nga maliit lang yung nakukuha ko. Especially when I was a agency nurse straight from the Philippines. Sobrang liit lang yung nakukuha ko. So, I have to work more than the required hours. Which is wala naman akong regret. Kumbaga, unti-unti ko naman na downgrade ulit eh. Nabalik ko na yung nakapag-spend na ako ng more time with my family. Nakakapag work-life balance na ako. So, to me, it's worth it to be a travel nurse. To me, it's much feasible to be a local travel nurse. To me, hindi lang naman lakas ng loob, yung kailangan mo. Siguro you have to step your feet to try on. Kumbaga, I forgot kung ano yung magandang term doon. But you have to test the water before you say na mahirap. So, somehow, yeah, lakas ng loob because you have to trust your own self, trust your own ability. Na, remember, siguro, this is an encouragement to everyone. Remember, here in the US, para kang pumasok sa butas ng karayom before you came here. So, you can't be here in US if you are not experienced enough. So, you came here already because yung experience mo is already substantial to work here in US. So, you have to trust yourself. You're already more than enough for me, ha? Para sa akin. Kaya ka nandito sa US because dumaan ka na doon sa butas ng sinulid eh. So, you just have your own decision na lang to test that water. So, yeah, it's worth it. You can still go back to be a staff nurse if hindi naman nag-work out sa'yo ang pagiging travel nurse. You can still have more options. You can also like, if bedside nursing is not for you, there are many remote jobs you can work. Like you can work on, like may kabatch ako sa agency ko na bedside nursing doesn't work for her anymore. So she started working on cath lab. So, she was fine with it. She works fine with it. So, maraming options here in US. Like, you can do home health. You can do a case management. Or, if you want to elevate yourself, you can be a nurse practitioner. So, marami namang options over here. So, like on my case, I tried everything. I tried rehab. I tried ICU. So, whichever works for you, you have all the options. You just have to test the water. So, yun. I rarely answer on my Facebook anymore. But, yeah. I'll try my best. I'll try my best pa rin to answer as much as possible. So, maybe this is about it. If you have any question, I will still try to answer and open my comment section here kasi nga hindi ko na-open minsan yung comment section here. Nagkakamali ako dun sa I forgot yung ano, basta i-double check ko na lang. So, this is all about it. Thanks for watching.